Da 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 da.
Hello,
Thanks,
welcome
Aurora.
to Starshine on 49. I am a special host today, Maddy Painter, and we're here with the cast of Butterflies Are Free. Oh, it's free up in here.
Hi.
All right, we're going
Kiss
to go
my
ahead
name.
and run down the line and introduce the cast to you. Actually, I'm going to have you guys do it. So just say your name and the characters you play in the show. We'll start with Sawyer. I already introduced you, but...
Okay, well, I do feel weird, by the way, on this end.
Yeah.
I really do.
There's
But
a
anyway,
feeling ahead
I am Sawyer Jenkins, and I'm playing Ralph Austin. I'm good at this.
You're great at this. You're doing great.
Go ahead.
I'm Tabor Robinette. I'm playing Don Baker.
I'm Aurora Mahoney, and I'm playing Jill Tanner. Technically, I guess I'm Mrs. Benson. I was married once.
I'm Amy Green, and I am playing Mrs. Baker,
All right. Thanks, guys.
his mama.
My mom.
Don's mama.
So we'll go ahead and break the ice a little bit. So we're going to go down the line. I just want you to describe this show in one word, okay?
Groovy. Literally.
That was 2 words, but I'll take it.
Groovy.
Sweet.
Wild.
Fun.
Very nice.
Very nice, very nice, very
I'm
nice.
just talking in my lines.
So you guys will have to excuse me. This is my first time ever being like in the director's seat, the steering wheel. I'm the one driving the car this time.
Yeah.
So this is my first time doing the podcast. So if the questions are a little weird, don't worry about it. So Butterflies Are Free. It's an interesting show because I do light and sound up in the booth. So I get to watch it basically since it started to become a full-on show.
I'm so sorry.
So
Oh my god.
don't say it. No, it's seriously, it's been a pleasure being able to watch these guys grow. So my first question, kind of trailing along with a butterfly, how have you guys evolved your characters from when you did your first read-through?
Oh,
And
wow.
anybody can take it away first. So how has your character, or how you portrayed your character, changed as you went through this process?
I'll start it out. I think for me, I originally started this with just kind of thinking that Jill was just this ditzy character. But the longer, the show went on and we kind of developed it, I kind of understand her where she's coming from a lot more. I think she has a lot more depth than originally I kind of perceived.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I think I feel similarly. I think whenever I first read for Don, I attacked it a little too aggressively. I think I thought he was more tightly wound. And I think there are traits of him that are like that. But the more I got comfortable with it, the more I realized that he's very vulnerable and shy, and you see that with like the different dynamics between him talking to Jill and him talking to his mother. You see how he kind of changes his tone a lot, and I had to get used to that. But once I did, it was easy to understand what I need to pull back and what I need to push out more. I learned how to pull back and push out more.
Yeah.
The more I went.
That's really awesome. Yeah.
I guess I knew you were going to look at me when I did that. There's really not much to say about my character's development. I'll try to leave as little spoilers out. I mean, really, I'm not saying my character's the least important in the show, but he's definitely a key to the story, especially in Act 2. But I will say when I first read it, I didn't really tone into what kind of character Ralph is. And it wasn't until I actually performed it for the first time on stage with you guys. Like, I got to be in one rehearsal before, like, Tech Week, I believe. But even with just that one rehearsal, I realized, wow, he's something, all right.
Oh, he's something.
He's something, all right. I'll leave inappropriate words to a minimum for this episode, but he's a douche.
Yeah.
He's a
Like,
douche.
truly the definition of a douche is that guy.
But yeah, I remember my fiance is the director of this show, and I remember her telling me one time, was like, "Man, you really convinced me of being a douchebag." Just like, I'm just
great at acting, sweetie.
yeah, I guess. But yeah, he's not involved much in this show, but when he's on stage, you really experience the aura of his douchiness.
Yeah, but even as a character, Sawyer is stage managing this show. So do not cut him short. So even if his character is not on stage for as long as the others are, he still is a very pivotal part of this process. So.
Well, this is a very, going from my stage manager side, it was an easy show to put together set-wise. I mean, half the stuff you see on stage, Katie was able to get, but like, you know, the fact that I'm going from director to Bonnie and Clyde to stage manager of this, it's like almost night and day. Like, I don't have to worry about like any set changes or like, yeah, I have to move a few props here and there, but other than that, it's just like, it's real nice. It's real nice.
Yeah.
I'm just here vibing. It's a good time.
Very well put together. So, Amy, we now come to you to close off this question. So, have you felt like your portrayal of Don's mom has changed any throughout this process, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
When I first started, it was just, you're just playing this character. But the more I did it and the more I got involved in it, it's true to life. There's a lot of things where when I'm saying it and I'm getting emotional, it's because it's real.
Yeah, because you yourself are a mother, aren't you? So has your experience playing Don's mom on stage, have you been able to relate that to anything that you have, raising your own kids?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
One of the sections where because she's trying to hold on tight, but she knows she needs to let go. And like my baby is 18 now. So I'm trying to hold on tight, but yet I know I need to let go at the same time. And she's testing her independence with me. And that's how I feel this character is. He's testing his independence with me. So it's been very relatable, very parallel with my own life. So it's kind of, I don't know, made it a little more easy to play the character, but also more difficult in the emotional state.
Yeah, I think it's a really special thing that when you do theater, you play a character that you can bring your life events to. I think it's really fun to play characters that you don't relate to, but I feel like the characters that you have that personal connection with or that you can understand, that's what makes the character so strong. So that can kind of segue into our next kind of question that I want to go into. So the show itself has a lot of different characters. They're going through a lot of different things. So what does the show mean to you? What meaning do you think holds true most for Butterflies Are Free? It could just be in your eyes. What do you think this show, what is the message of this show, if you guys have an opinion on that?
I think that there's a time to let go. And that's kind of a strong message that I feel in it for me.
I think something that I relate to with Don's character a lot is that he is constantly searching for like just the right thing.
Yeah.
That his plan in his head is going to work out the way he wants it to, and he can't fathom it going in any other direction. So when it does go another direction, which is how life works a lot, he just kind of shuts down. And I think I can relate to that a lot. And I think a very important thing to take away is don't let anything abrupt shut you down. Because Don is a strong character, but if he lets something bring him down like that, then his strength weakens.
Yeah.
I do want to add on to that because Dawn's character to me, I mean, not to throw another show into the mix, but Dawn's character reminds me a lot of more or less Brett's character in Instruments of Healing when he played Ben Cohen. I mean, sure, it involves a certain disability, but it also shows his transitioning from, like he said, from being this fragile, young, I would say adolescent, to finding his strengths over his weaknesses and, creating a more mature path for his life, even if it's something that his mom initially disagrees with. I mean, what mother wouldn't, but no, I really liked watching the show, even though the majority of it's from backstage. But it's nice to hear, like, just hearing the dialogue going between these two, and eventually when she comes into the mix, just seeing that growth between everybody, And this is me being very selfless as I can be, because I don't think I have any worth for my character's worth has anything in this show. I feel like there's so much going on with you three that goes well above and beyond of what my character's going through. Like I said, he's just there for the ride.
Yeah.
Lady.
All right. Aurora, what is the message in your eyes of this show?
I think my takeaway from it is that connection isn't a curse. I think that, my character Jill, she spends so much of her time running away from any form of intimacy because she doesn't see how do I word this? She thinks just because you can get hurt in love means that there's no value in it. But I think that the value is kind of finding it in yourself through the connection with others.
Yes.
And I think that, so I guess I see a lot of different messages and meanings in the show, kind of the finding why you are a valuable person, and also finding connection and love in spite of everything.
Yeah. I love that connection is not a curse. This show, I think what makes it so special, especially getting to watch it from the booth to see how far it's come from Tech Week to now, we're about to enter our second weekend. But one thing about this show is that you guys all bring such heart to your characters. You read through a play, and if you're not seeing it on stage, you just read it in the book, like I did a couple times when I was like preparing to like do set cues and things like that. And I would be reading the script, and I'm like, well, these characters, they don't feel real. And then you guys step out on stage, and your acting, your ability to not only just speak the words that are on the page, but tell the story, has been like an absolute pleasure. And I think that's what's so important about doing theater, is that people don't really appreciate, especially straight plays, I feel. People don't really appreciate them because they're like, oh, it's just a play. There's no music, there's nothing, to it. But this show is kind of musical in senses. But I guess the point I'm trying to say is that you guys playing your characters, I could have never imagined anybody else doing your roles.
Aww.
You guys were utterly
Thank you, man.
perfect. And the heart you put through the show, and I know the hard work that went into it, like this show and these messages are being perceived, especially by me, but like the reason why these messages are coming through and why your characters are coming through is because of you guys. So like that's super, super important that you guys know. And those messages that, how that relates to you, that's what comes out.
Oh?
Your words were so powerful, it knocked down the microphone.
Yeah. Get back up there. We have a podcast to record. But yeah, so kind of my spiel there is that those messages that you guys carry with you, it definitely totally contrives to like the whole picture. So, yeah.
I will add to that. The only character I know from the movie adaptation was Goldie Hawn's character. I don't know if you were purposely trying to do an impersonation of Goldie Hawn, but I can definitely see her mannerisms through you. So what I'm saying is I like your interpretation because it's almost like a blend, but it's more your style of the character rather than you trying to imitate Goldie Hawn's take on it. So just add a little bit of spice on that.
Yeah, yeah. Totally agree. So I kind of made this point earlier about how this is a straight play, but it has some musical element. So Tabor, you play in a band, Dresbell. You're a lead vocalist, correct?
Is that the lead singer of Dry Spell?
But
Yeah.
you play music in the show, and I feel like music is a big part of your character. Can you like tell us a little bit about the musical journey that you've taken on this little show?
Well, so you bring up like being in dry spell and stuff like that, and it's funny because when I was in the process of like auditioning for the band and like becoming involved in them, in my head I was like, this will be easy because I've been in theater my whole life. I've been singing, I've been doing all this, and I go to karaoke night, and I'm gonna kill this. So when dry spell started and when we started practicing, I was like, oh my god, I suck. Like I couldn't. Being a front man in a band, in a rock band, is night and day from being in a play, no matter what character you're playing. So going from that and then bringing it back to the stage and kind of putting those two together is really cool because I think I was able to use both my theater knowledge and rock band knowledge to put myself in the position of I'm a musician. I play the guitar, and this is something I'm passionate about. And that's another thing I kind of relate to Dawn with. I will say the hardest part is there's a specific trait that Dawn has where I can't look at the guitar while I'm playing it. If you ever come see Dry Spell or you see any video of me playing, I'm literally, when I'm not singing, I'm looking at the next one because I don't want to mess up. So when I'm put in a position where I'm playing, and really when I'm playing isn't anything crazy, but I can't look at the guitar. And I'm also memorizing. I'm not performing for a band or like for a concert setting. Yeah. I am the character. I'm not me. And then also having to put that aspect where I can't look. It was as if I was playing and singing for the first time again.
Wow. Yeah. That
Seriously.
Is super neat. Yeah.
Because I had to relearn how to do all that.
Yeah.
And once I did, it's fun, but and it was a fun challenge for me.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I had kind of the background to do it.
Yeah, that versatility that you have between playing in like more of a rock band setting to playing on stage, like they're so different, but it's really cool how you're able to take a little bit out of both and then redo that. Relearning that. That is super, super
Yeah,
cool.
and I didn't realize until I did. I was like, I played in the band. I was like, I'm gonna be able to do this. And then we did like the scene. And I'm like, oh, it's something that I thought was second nature. That suddenly became not second nature anymore, and I had to learn it again.
Yeah.
And even still, it's a challenging part of the show. The memorizing lines. I'm staying in my character and playing the guitar without looking at it.
Yeah. And for anybody who has not done any of those things, they're hard to do individually by themselves. So doing them in tandem is not much easier. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I think not to like yap.
No, yeah, please yap. We're on a podcast.
But the very, very first time I ever ran it, so like whenever we did it, and I was still looking at the script to look at the lyrics. But the very first time we did it, I was like, you could tell that I wasn't in my character. Like we'd be like saying our lines, and then I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna play guitar now, and I was Tabor again. Yeah. And then I put the guitar back, and then I'm Don again. So I'm very thankful that I was able to get out of that.
Yeah.
So I'm Don from the beginning to end.
Yeah.
But for a while, it would change from Don, and then that's Tabor, and then back to Don whenever he was just speaking. Yeah,
to see that evolve and how it kind of has seamlessly kind of come together. Where when you're on stage, you're Don. Like I don't see my friend Tabor out there. I see Don, that guitar playing little guy. You know what I mean? So that's really cool. Thank you for that input, Tabor. Very cool. I'm gonna shift over to Aurora. Personally, not to choose favorites, but Jill Tanner is one of my favorite characters that I've ever seen Aurora play. She does such an incredible job because she kind of balances this very interesting character where you don't know really what she's doing or what's going on with her. She's kind of like a little cute little. She's like one of those little like pink diaries that you have to sing into to open, or like have one of the little keys that you lose within the first week of having it. That's kind of like what Jill Tanner is as a character.
Really interesting metaphor.
So yeah, so Aurora, if you could kind of open up a little bit about like what playing this character has kind of done for you. Like, are there any major similarities that you two have, or is there any lessons that you've learned from just playing the character, or just being a part of this experience? What has it been like for you?
So there is a lot of similarities, I think, between me and my character. Hopefully not a lot of her less favorable qualities, but we're all human.
Yeah, human. I wouldn't say that you have bad qualities though, so please go on.
Thank you, Maddie. But definitely some of her mannerisms, like I know you brought up like the way I kind of play the character, part me, part Goldie Hawn, take on it a little bit. The way she takes on the world, I think, in a sense of like the way that she interacts with space is so similar to the way in which I do. It's very hands-on, almost squirrel-brained way.
Yeah.
You can't catch her sitting normally on any piece of furniture.
I love it.
And actually, I'm not totally right now either.
This is a lot of the show. Is just me sitting here like this and her
Yeah,
just like
me just
sitting like
around.
positions, yeah.
So I think a lot of the way that she perceives the world is very similar to my own perception. She's all over the place.
Yeah.
She bounces from one topic to the next, and she just rolls with every punch.
Yes.
Everything in the world is new and exciting, and she's in love with the world and the way that it works. And I really relate to that. I love to see new things and meet new people and experience new things. She takes it a little far sometimes, but I think that she's a very fun character, very playful character, and so I can relate to some of that, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of like, you're playing a woman in a show that is set in the very early 70s, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And you are portraying like a character who she's not really hippie, but she's free-spirited. The whole part of the show, Butterflies Are Free, comes from the line that you kind of, bring out to be like the butterflies and things like that.
Yeah.
So to portray a woman in that time period and do such a great job at it and like kind of really capture that free spirit, that is something that's very special. And, personally me, also a woman, it's really interesting to see how you kind of play this, like, she's very liberated yet confined in her own ways.
Yeah.
Which is very, very interesting.
She's very self-aware.
Yes.
Especially of, as I mentioned, some negative qualities, definitely avoidant qualities, and she's aware of them, but it's her free choice on how she deals with them, and I really respect that.
Yeah, yeah. And also, Jill is 19.
Yeah.
So she's very young. So you watch the show, especially if you're somebody who, if you have been the age of 19 at some point, you can kind of probably pinpoint things that you may have done the same, which I think that relatability makes her character very, very good.
I mean, I don't think it's a spoiler to say it. If it is, we can cut it. But she's 19. She's already been divorced.
Yeah.
And she's just looking to experience life.
That's not a spoiler. That's exhibition. I think that's the word I used. That's not what I. That's not the right
Like
word.
exposition?
Exposition.
Although I'm sure Jill likes exhibition as well.
We know vocab here in Starshine.
No,
Somebody-
we are recording this at 6:30, where I'm very, very, very tired, and I'm slightly sleep deprived. But hey, maybe that's a thing for my character. He's sleep deprived. Trying to make all
your
these
character
magic.
is.
Just a freak, kind
Yeah.
of.
But that's.
You're just so horrible.
I will say, out of us four here,
Yeah.
my character is the exact opposite of me. I'm casting the exact opposite of how I am in real life. Just every time.
You just do it so darn good.
Well, it's because I want
You're such a
to.
good bad guy.
I thought you were
Should we
going to
be
say
concerned?
something else.
Tabor, we've done a really good job of keeping this like PG, even PG.
Was this really going to be PG?
I said you're such a
I
bad-
did just say I was a douchebag like 20
I said
minutes
you're such a
ago.
good
That's
bad
like a middle
guy.
school
I
word.
did just say Jill probably really likes exhibition, so
Oh, this is what happens when.
Go home, kids. Take that test.
And this is where the PG-13
Anyway.
rating comes in,
We're now
if there is one.
We're now at the part of the show where things get a little wild.
Yeah,
If you're in the front row, put on some goggles.
I will
You're
say-
not going to want to get this in your eye.
binoculars.
come to the show if you want to see me say wild stuff, because my character sure does.
You got to quote Little Nicky. I think this is what it's from. If you got kids, put them on your shoulder so they can see better. Is that from Little Nicky?
I don't know. I wish I did. Don't look at me like that.
I'll stop talking. Ask another question.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Mm-mm. It'll only go downhill.
Well, you all work together on stage, so if you guys want to just briefly talk about what it's like working together. I'm especially interested to see how Aurora and Tabor work together, given that there's a large part of the show where it's just you guys. So what has it been like working with one another? And then I'd also like a little input on how Amy and Tabor and how all of you have worked together. But first, I just want a little bit about you two.
I will say this. Oh.
No,
Okay.
you say.
No.
You say.
Well, I want to get mine out of the way because mine's short and brief for obvious reasons.
Short and sweet.
I'm the only character in this show that never gets a single interaction with these guys. We're all four on stage when I'm on stage, but these three each get moments where it's just them, or it'll be like these two, which is most of the time, or it's Tabor's character and Amy's character, and we have that one moment where it's between Aurora's character and Amy's character. I won't say when, but I think it's really cool to see how they act with one another when it's just them in the room, and how it shifts to when it's all three in the room, because they obviously switch facades to put on I would say a fake face or two-face, however you want to word it. But as for my character, it's just what it is.
He's there.
I'm just there.
Love it.
Again, I'm just there.
He's great.
But
Makes me laugh.
but you guys are. But when I'm on stage, it doesn't really matter because it's.
Of course it matters.
No. Like it only matters because the focus is obviously on me because I'm in the room, and nothing. Your characters try not to reveal anything that I'm not supposed to know.
But your character is that shift from
It is the shift,
the
yes.
rest of the show to like the climax. Like
Yeah.
you're
It
the
is.
entire reason
Mhm.
why everything happens. Like
The way it does.
Yeah.
the way it does.
That is the beauty of this show.
Yeah,
There's a lot
exactly.
of I wouldn't say there's a lot of climaxes, but there's I would point to 2 or 3 moments in the show.
Are we just gonna let that go?
No.
I would say maybe.
Hey.
No, story. No, I'm talking about the
What?
story. No. That never happened in this
The
show.
4th of July and Christmas.
Christmas. He's more like Labor Day. Yeah.
I'd say there's a couple
Got a certain
climaxes in the
strength.
show.
Labor.
Look,
I hardly know.
All I'm saying is
Cut this whole section.
No,
there's
No,
no.
keep it,
This is
keep-
fine.
keep
This is
it.
fine.
everything else
This is
I love
fine.
this section.
No, but all I'm saying is we see that shift in tone every time either a person is on stage with the other two or when everyone but those two go off stage.
There's certainly not a boring moment between any of the interactions. Like there's always something being
No.
said that's
Some
like
push,
pushing
you know?
to something else.
No, and that's what's nice about, especially in Act 2, like I said, it's a breath of fresh air to see other people interacting with one another. If you know the show, it's mainly between these two, obviously, but that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah.
While they talk, I'm going to close that door because I want people to see the awesome design on the door.
Oh yeah, true.
I think, just real quick, building off of what you had to say before we answer your question, I think part of the reason why these scenes move the way they do is, from a writing perspective, every scene is built to push the story further. There's no dead space in this show,
Yeah.
which I think is so helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Every scene provides its own character arc.
Yes. Yes.
There's no part where like you hear it or you read it and you're like, the author was just trying to create space
Fill
here.
time. Yeah.
Fill time. There is nothing like that. You can't do this show and take anything out.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take any sentence out, any scene, any certain, because everything, like you said, leads to a very important moment or character arc or something. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like. Yeah, but like no, seriously, and that's how you know it's so well written.
Yeah, I agree. This show is very well written. Like at first, like sometimes straight plays I feel like can be a little hit or miss, especially as somebody I primarily like me as a performer. I primarily do musicals. You know, straight plays aren't really my thing, but they became my thing. I really enjoy them now. But a good written straight play hits so hard.
I've learned to really prefer them.
And
to be honest.
and this show especially, like the writing mixed with, obviously I've kind of been like, you know, cheering you guys on this whole time, but I mean it. But, you know, not only the written, the prowess that comes across in just the writing, but also the acting paired with it, it really makes it a showstopper. So with that being said, Aurora, Tabor, so you guys work together a lot in the show, given that you are, you know, the two people. So tell me a little bit what it was like, because you guys do know each other outside of theater.
Yeah.
Well, through theater, outside of theater. Whatever, here or there. So
It's a gray area at this
what has
point
it been
for
like
everybody.
working together, like on stage, especially in these roles that are, you know, a bit bigger? So.
Well, Tabor and I, we've worked together before, and I think the funny part is that the characters that we always end up playing are, one, they're always kind of characters that interact a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and two, the characters that we kind of played right before this
Yep.
really lead into, I think they blend well with this.
This is why I asked this question.
They could almost be the same if you wanted to get into the multiverse of plays.
Yeah.
Another show plug-in. What?
Another show. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to necessarily bring in a bunch of other shows, but
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think there is.
Shout out.
Callback to callbacks.
Yeah.
You guys always have permission to talk about my fiance's original plays. I'm not going to say no to listen about it. So.
Yeah, so in Brett Reel's callbacks, we played two actors who had always played characters together.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think moving into this role was really seamless, really very easy.
Yeah.
And much like callbacks, my role was just there. Especially in Act 2.
Still very important role.
Yes, still pivotal.
The
still
narrative
pivotal.
alone.
It's still pivotal.
Hashtag pivotal, hashtag you.
There's so much. Wow, now that you guys brought it up, there's so much similarity with my character in this and my character in callbacks.
Yeah.
I was mainly in Act 1 in callbacks, and now I'm mainly in Act 2. Here.
Hashtag Sawyer haunts the narrative.
Yes.
Truly and utterly.
No, but I agree. I think, and I was going to bring this up too. I think I am so grateful for callbacks for multiple things, but I think that helped us to be more comfortable from the get-go.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, like, I really, because we were those, like, everybody in callbacks, if you've seen callbacks, is kind of split up into pairs for whatever reason. And Aurora and I were a pair in that one. And I think going into the show, I was excited because I was like, I mean, it worked out really well in callbacks.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it work out here? And it proved to work out, like, super well. And I think it's kind of a funny thought to think that maybe, like, this is a show that our two characters would have done, and then that pushed kind of the narrative of it, but it all makes sense. But also, more than that, I think this could easily be a show that's, like, tarnished by having not only just, like, these two characters, but everybody, if they're not connected outside of
I agree.
this show.
I agree.
I think it's so easy to play off of Aurora, and she's also just, like, fantastic. I wouldn't have wanted anybody else.
Very, very great.
Thank you.
To play.
Truly,
I mean, and that
really
goes for
awesome in
everybody.
everything she does, really.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
stop. Yeah, keep going.
No, really,
Stop.
there are moments in this show that I will forget that I'm in a show because I'm so focused on how
Yes.
incredible Aurora's just portrayal is.
God.
And I'm just like absolutely just
Oi,
stunned.
oi, oi.
Nice.
And I'm but seriously, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta do this too because I'm like,
Yeah.
and that goes for everybody. I feel like you could put me in a room and be like, hey, you can do this show one more weekend, and you can contact any celebrity or anybody to play any character in the show, or you can do it with the same cast. I would pick this cast every single time.
Yes. And one thing that I definitely
I get the
You
Goldie
get
Hawn.
the Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, bro. No.
Goldie
no
Hawn
fear.
coming out saying, I'm
It's me.
19.
But I feel like I
I'm not
definitely
gonna take
commend.
19-year-old Goldie Hawn. She played that. She like did the role, right?
If Goldie Hawn was still 19 years old,
Yeah, no, she's like
Old.
ooh, like 70-year-old.
I don't call her old. I didn't mean to say that, but no, I do have to say like I definitely like Katie not casting out of the part for this one. Like I seriously could not imagine anybody else in this role, especially the chemistry that you guys are able to portray on stage. It is truly special. So like,
and
yeah.
you need two people who can I think do that chemistry well for these characters.
Yeah,
and I
like
think
in theater especially, like comfortability is really important, but also at the same time, like chemistry on stage can get kind of uncomfortable sometimes, especially if you are like, nervous, because it's always nervous doing any sort of intimacy. And Denise does an awesome job with our intimacy coordinating. She did it.
does.
She's been doing it for the past couple shows, and she's incredible. So shout out to her. She really makes sure that it is a comfortable experience for all the actors and actresses involved. So I just wanted to give that quick shout out.
I would just like to kind of building on that. So this is the first show I've ever actually had to have intimacy. That wasn't a word.
An amendment.
Anonymity.
This is the first
Expedition.
show I've ever had to have
Exhibition.
You're gonna need
Why are we
coordination for
silencing
that, guys?
women? Okay, be quiet. I'm just
This is the first show I've ever had to have intimacy coordination for, and so I think Denise is so great. at,
truly and utterly.
just making a space that feels very like, okay, this is how this is gonna work, and you don't have to be concerned or worried about anything. And so on that side, Denise is fantastic. Like I can't sing her praises enough. She thought of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, things that like I should have thought of, but I didn't. Like she was so on top of everything.
Intimacy coordination is so important because like that comfortability that you guys have, just like one-on-one with Denise and like talking things through, that directly shows on stage by how comfortable and natural things look. So yeah, definitely shout out Denise. We love you.
Oh, yeah,
Thanks for doing your job.
yeah.
It's awesome.
It's natural as like the scenes that we have that require that look.
Yes.
All of that credit goes to Denise.
Oh yeah, and I think also kind of going back to the question about like how we play off of each other, I guess, is it was very, very nice working with somebody who knows me and kind of allowed for the room to laugh through some of the more awkward parts until we got it right.
Yeah.
And just being very patient. You're a very patient person, and it's been great working with you over these past couple shows that we've done. I feel like what really sells us as the characters that we play is just we'll laugh and we'll joke on stage, we'll laugh and we'll joke backstage.
Yeah.
Like, and that's really
Truly
what it's
utterly.
about.
Very, very.
Yeah,
very
and you know this more than anybody. I mean, I feel like, where did you look?
I thought it was a funny visual gag for the viewers. And you should know this too.
You should know this too. From seeing us like after the show, I think our if you want, our chemistry on stage, I don't think it like stops when the show ends. I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's a very natural, like your guys' like friendship, not only as actors but just as regular people.
Yeah.
Like it definitely shows like that comfortability. So yeah, very great points. Thank you guys for being so willing to open up about that, because that's something like behind the scenes that I think people don't really think about. So I want to go ahead and go back to the original question about what it's like working together as a group. But now I want to focus a little bit on Amy, because you also work directly with these two a lot. So
She loves every moment of it.
Yeah, I'm sure she does. I'm sure she does. So if you wouldn't mind just talking a little bit about what it's working with Aurora and Tabor, either or, chat, say what's on your mind.
However horrible.
I
it
mean,
may not
and
be.
me too.
And Sawyer.
And
of course.
Sawyer.
And Sawyer.
I'm in the room too.
Poor Sawyer.
You can come stay with me, buddy, if you get one.
Yeah.
No, Sawyer, you make me laugh. Working one-on-one with Tabor, it's natural. I've known Tabor since he was little, so I feel like I've watched him grow up anyway. So
I'm gonna cry. Stop.
stepping into that mom role was just like, oh, this is great. It's Tabor. So it was kind of like second nature, just because I've watched him grow up. And I know his family, and I've said to his mom after the show, thanks for letting me show your son. But it's been really good being his mom. I really have enjoyed it. I have a son of my own, so it's kind of, I can relate to having a son growing up. And I don't know. It's just, and to watch him play this character, it's really made me proud of him. And it wasn't until this year that I saw his band play. And that was a recent thing as well. So even like outside of the theater, I went and I saw his band play, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's my little Tabor up
That
there.
little baby girl.
So,
Yeah.
he's grown up. He says bad words.
He said so many words.
A couple words were said in the bar.
Some words were said.
He did apologize for the bad words.
Apologize.
But he keeps saying them. Anyway.
Yeah, he will keep saying them, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it's just second nature working with Tabor, and I've really enjoyed my time with him here. I'm going to be sad when this is over and I don't get to see him all the time.
Yeah.
And Aurora, oh my golly, I've just recently got to work with Aurora. My daughter got to work with her years ago, but we were in Bonnie and Clyde together, and then now we got in this together, and she's such a lovely girl.
True.
I love her so much. She's so pretty, and she's not just a pretty face. She has a wonderful personality. She is so nice,
Yes.
and she's encouraging. Yes, I'm talking about you, girl. But she's just the sweetest thing, and I love working with you. So it's been, I've loved getting to know you, and I mean, you've educated us on some different things behind the scenes, and it's been really great getting to know you, and I hope we get to work together again.
I do too. I love working with you.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. And Sawyer comes on stage and just like cracks us up, but even behind the scenes, Sawyer is like, he's a good backbone.
Yes.
When stuff is like going crazy and we're like, hey,
He's
like,
locking in.
he's like, I got it. I already know what's going on. I got this handled. So it's really good to work with Sawyer. This is my second show in a row with him, and for Bonnie and Clyde and for this one, he's like, even when things seem like they're going to crap, he seems like he's cool about it, and he's like, yep, I got this.
You got it. Yeah. Yeah. I really, something that I remember I said, it was the closing day of Bonnie and Clyde that I said this. So I'm like, theater and doing shows is only as good as the people you do it with.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love how we do these podcasts and how we get to come together and talk, because I really do feel like this theater, especially, like the Embassy is such a special place, has so many awesome, good-hearted people that love to do what they do. So I really love hearing the goodness, because you guys deserve every little bit of it. It's a very special thing. So yeah.
Sunday's going to be filled with tears.
100%. 100%.
Sunday is gonna close one door but open up multiple other doors.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's kind of the beauty of theater, is when, one door opens somewhere, a window opens, So it's a great bright future for everybody, and this show especially, which you still have this weekend to see. I don't know when this will be posted, but
I'm hoping to do it literally the day of second opening, because I'm gonna run right home after this show, and
Tomorrow.
if not tomorrow, definitely Saturday. I want to try to have this out.
yeah. And we be on Facebook, so
It'll be on
you have no
Facebook.
excuse. I better see butts and seats this second weekend, or I'm gonna come find you.
I will come find you.
I won't.
I'll play my guitar.
I'll wear my blonde wig and say very nasty things.
Oh,
Smell
yeah. Speaking of
Smell it
that,
down.
I do have another question.
Oh.
Do you wear wigs?
So here's the thing.
Why do you wear wigs?
Here's the thing. I hate wigs. But I felt
Hashtag wig.
I felt that it was important for my character
Nope.
to wear a wig. And if you want to come see me wear a wig, that is kind of reminiscent. You know, yeah.
Yeah. You know
Let's see
what?
where
Yeah.
So I like it too.
Yeah, that was kind of like that. No, that was last minute because I didn't think I was wearing a wig in this show, and it just happened to happen. And
It showed
it's
up.
it's kind of ironic that we're wearing wigs and they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very funny because, like, you know, there's only 4 characters in the show, and 50% of them wear wigs, and the ones who are wearing wigs are the men, which I think is funny. This is what you guys get for always getting out of having to do makeup and hair. It's time for you to understand. The limits.
And I'm fine with it. It makes the scene where Aurora has to style my hair make more sense.
That is true.
And
It
I
would have been fine.
don't have to worry about styling my hair much because I'm supposed to
Start
look
styling
like.
your ball cap. Take a lip roller to it.
Now you technically wear something a little bit, don't you?
It's a hair clip. It's a fall.
It's a fall.
It's a fall.
It's a hair. You
It's
Not
not
even
her
her
hair.
fault.
borrowed it
Hair.
from Susan Potter.
Yeah.
Susan Potter.
You'll know what that means if you come see the show. Come see the show.
Yeah, that.
Your hair's very
Come
long,
see
very
the
soft.
show. Come see the show. So this has been a great podcast, guys. So I want to go ahead and open the floor for kind of some closing remarks. So as we leave this podcast and we go into our second weekend, which is very exciting, go ahead and tell me some closing remarks you have from talking here, and have you got anything from it, and what do you plan on doing in the future? Are we going to see anything in the future? Maybe add that too. Just kind of give yourself a good old closer. Whoever can go first, doesn't matter. If you need to, I can pick.
You pick.
Sorry, you're first.
Okay. I should have kept my mouth shut. Like I said earlier, this is my fiance's first play she's ever directed, and spoilers, it won't be her last. Ha 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 ha.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, this was, in my opinion, a good start for her because she, I feel like she was smart enough to pick a show that is I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's definitely something that's well tamed on stage that she can control. And honestly, she did such a good job that I don't think she had to worry about much because she did, cast an amazing set of people
Some
up
good
here.
little balonies up
Little balonies, yeah.
I've never been called
It's a term of endearment. I don't know why I said balonies. I think I meant to say babes, but I didn't want the embassy HR on my case. So
Very much so like to be referred to as a baloney from now on.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little baloney.
my little gluten-free balonies.
No, I'm full on baloney. Like I'm
You
full.
want to kill a woman?
No, I know. I'm full on baloney because I'm just full of
Full of
myself.
baloney.
I'm full of meat.
I'm full of processed meat. Anyway, so with Butterflies Are Free, I feel like this is technically the embassy's last show in the season.
It's the closer.
So it's the closer, yeah, and I think it's a nice show to end on because obviously we had a very wild show previous.
It's been a wild ride.
It's been a wild ride for sure. So I'm glad that this was the show to end it on because it's nice. It's it's got some funny bits. It's got some sad bits. It's got some resolving bits. It's got some bits.
Oh, it's got bits already. Sometimes they're cramped.
Bacon bits.
What?
I think someone should talk now because I can't think of anything else.
We're
But
really talking about a lot of processed meat.
all I'm saying is this is a good show. Come see it. It's a great show to end on this season, and next season's gonna be awesome. And that's all I'm gonna say
Even
about
awesomer, maybe.
that. Oh.
We just keep getting better. Next.
Me?
Yeah, you're picking. You pick.
Who's next?
Who's next? Who's next?
Amy, you're next.
Okay.
I'm next. Okay. I'm going to spin off of what he was saying about how this is a great show to wrap up on. So it is like the icing on the cake. It is the bow on top of the package.
Yeah.
And come on Sunday, especially so you can see what's happening next year.
Yeah.
Because I might not just be on the stage, I might have other capacity next year. So.
Oh! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop the presses!
Everybody, cut this out.
Cut it out.
To
Don't
drop.
cut it out.
No, I won't cut it out.
Yeah.
I want to tease.
But I've extremely enjoyed this show. This is a great way to go into the winter blues.
Yeah, 100%.
Because we get that post show blues.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be the post show blues with the winter blues.
It'll be a good break for all of us, I think. Yeah. All right, Aurora, give me your closing remarks.
I'm tired.
Me too.
But I'm gonna be, I think, just, I don't know, chomping at the bit when this ends, because for how many months now, guys?
So many.
3?
When was August?
A long time
A
ago.
little while ago.
It feels like
It's
a while
November.
ago. Yeah.
Hardly, yeah.
So, I took a brief, kind of longish hiatus from theater. And then in August, I jumped back in with both feet, and I have not stopped doing shows. So when this ends, I'm going to not know what to do with myself. I won't see my friends every day, and I'll be very sad.
Yeah.
This has been such a great show, especially for kind of closing out the season. To go out with such a small and tight-knit cast is so nice. It's such a sweet show. As it was already kind of pointed out by everybody, it's funny, but it's so heartfelt.
Yeah.
And I think that it's just really perfect to end the season.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, Tabor.
You get to say the
Bring us
last
home,
word.
Tabor.
I'm gonna be so depressed when this show ends.
Yeah.
Because I've made. Well, and I touched on this earlier. The very I do a lot of musicals, but I have such a soft spot for plays, especially plays with not that many people in it. My very, very first show ever, back in 2010, was on this stage. It was a play. And it's cool to be still doing that, especially here. But, then, I was a lot younger and I didn't have the connections that I do with this show and with the last couple of shows I've done. And I am really going to miss seeing these guys every single day.
You'll see me next month.
You can't go
always
far
see
from
you.
Sawyer.
You'll never leave.
I'll never. Yeah,
We'll see.
I'll see Sawyer. It's fine. But
Every night in your grooves.
yeah,
Every night.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
But including Katie too. I mean, I really am thankful that she trusted me to play a character like this, because it's hard. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out if I'm doing it right. But it feels right. And when we do the show, every night it closes, I'm like, this feels right. And I think that is what I'm going to be missing the most of all, is just that feeling of this has felt so good. Everyone here, I just connect to so much. And it's just my perfect scenario of just like a perfect production is the people, the set, the story. And I really hope more people will come to see it this weekend, because I think it's a story that everyone will love. I think it's so funny. It is so funny. It is so, I think even inspiring for a lot of people. And I think Embassy choosing it as its closer was really good, because I'm of the belief that less is more. So we don't need like a big, crazy musical to finish out the year. We need something that's really going to stick with people. And I think this has the potential to be that show that sticks with people. And I could not be more thrilled to have been a part of it.
Yes.
And I'm going to cherish these next 3 days as we close it out.
Yeah. So thank you guys again for being such receptive and giving such awesome answers.
And you did a good job, Maddie.
Yeah, thank
You
you.
did a good
Thanks,
job.
Maddie.
Please.
I've been shaking in my ear the whole time. Don't watch me too hard. I get nervous. But, genuinely, coming from somebody, I just run your light in your soundboard sometimes. But I'm so proud of each and every one of you. And not just in this show, but in other shows and in the future. Can't wait to see where you guys go. And I can't wait for this weekend. We still have Butterflies Are Free showings. We will have them November 21st or the 23rd. I don't know when this podcast will be updated or, uploaded.
Tomorrow, hopefully
tomorrow.
only the 21st or 22nd.
If you're listening to this at home, do not sell yourself short. Come to this show. It is very awesome. I'm not just biased because I run the lights and I love my friends. It's genuine.
And
it's
if this
a genuinely good show.
And if this doesn't get posted till after this weekend, I'm
You
sorry.
better have been there.
You should have been there.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
I
You
see
missed
you.
it. It was
And
great.
It was really good.
I'm in your car
I
with
mean,
you
we
right now.
told
I
you.
know what you're doing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Every
Should've
night,
been there.
every night was great.
Yeah.
And I'm
All right.
disappointed in you.
Well, this is Starshine on 49 signing off. Again, we have shows this weekend. Come see Butterflies Are Free. Make sure to keep supporting the embassy. Say bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Give me that.
We're done. And we're done.
And we're done.
Cut
My jacket's caught
Cut
on the
it.
stand. Help.
That's
Help.
I knew the day you met me, I could love you if you let me. Though you touched my cheek and said how easy you'd forget me, you said butterflies are